Część 1. Marcus Thompson przyciskał swoje płonące policzki do lodowatej metalowej ściany kopalnej szybu, gdy alarm rozległ się po raz trzeci tego dnia. Czerwone światło pulsowało w rytmie jego bijącego serca, a mechaniczny głos overlordów Zephyrian echował przez tunele, sektor 7 Delta. Inspekcja wydajności. Wszyscy robotnicy pozostają na stanowiskach. 26-letni górnik zacisnął pięści, czując jak podmiesza się z pyłem krzemionkowym na jego twarzy. 300 lat. 300 przeklętych lat ludzkość pracowała jak niewolnicy dla tych niebieskoskórych tyranów, wydobywając kwancum z wnętrzności planet w całej galaktyce. Jego dziadek opowiadał mu historię o Ziemi, o czasach gdy ludzie byli wolni, ale te opowieści brzmiały teraz jak baśnie dla dzieci. Ciężkie kroki inspektora Zephyrian zagrzmiały w tunelu. Jego trójpalczaste stopy uderzały o metalową podłogę z charakterystycznym kliknięciem. Marcus szybko wrócił do swojego stanowiska roboczego, chwytając oscillating drill, którego wibracje przenikały przez jego kości jak żywy organizm. Przy nim pracowała Jessica Rodriguez, młoda kobieta o zmęczonych oczach, która przybyła na asteroid górniczy zaledwie 2 miesiące temu. Jej ruchy były jeszcze niezgrabne, ale determinacja płonęła w jej spojrzeniu z intensywnością, która przypominała Marcusowi o sobie samym z czasów przed tym, gdy złamali jego ducha. Lub przynajmniej myślał, że go złamali. Thompson. Głos inspektora Wekstar przeszył powietrze jak ostrze. Alien był wysoki nawet jak na standardy swojej rasy, jego lękwent torso pokryty był błyszczącym egzoszkieletem, a 4 oczy na jego triangular głowie świeciły intensywnym fioletowym światłem. Twoja dzisiejsza wydajność spadła o 8%. Wyjaśnienie? Marcus podniósł wzrok, czując jak gniew buzuje pod powierzchnią jego skóry. Wyczerpanie mineral deposits w tym sektorze, sir. Jakość rudy maleje. To nie była prawda. Prawda była taka, że Marcus celowo spowalniał pracę, testując ich systemy monitorowania, szukając słabych punktów. Od 2 miesięcy prowadził własne, prywatne badanie ich security protocols. Wekstar zbliżył się, jego długie, spiczaste palce kreślące patterns w powietrzu przed twarzą Marcusa. Twoje signals wskazują na deception, human. Ale dzisiejsza non-compliance zostanie przebaczona. Jutro oczekuje improvement. Inspektor odwrócił się do Jessica, jego oczy focused intensely na her face. Rodriguez. Nowy rekord efficiency. Impressive dla someone tak młodej. Coś w tonie Wekstar sprawiło, że Marcus poczuł cold chill running po jego spine. Sposób, w jaki Alien patrzył na Jessica, była różna od typical worksite inspections. To był hunger. Marcus wiedział to spojrzenie, widział je wcześniej u overseers, którzy wybierali młode kobiety do special assignments. Nikt nigdy nie wracał z tych assignments. Gdy Wekstar odszedł, Marcus przybliżył się do Jessica. Listen carefully, szepnął, udając, że sprawdza her drilling equipment. Tonight, storage bay 12, po drugiej wachcie. Don't ask questions, just come. Jessica skinęła głową nieznacznie, jej intelligent eyes rozumiejące powagę sytuacji. Marcus spędził resztę zmiany planning. W jego małej kabinie mieszkalnej, pod loose floor panel, ukrył small datapad, który pożyczył z Zephyrian Communication Station 3 tygodnie temu. To było na tym device, że odkrył coś, co zmieniło wszystko. Nie była to tylko praca z Tillem i copying ich files. Był przekonany, że odkrył fundamental flow w ich całym galactic infrastructure. The Zephyrians rządzili przez kontrolę nad Quantum Frequency Networks, które połączyły wszystkie major planetary systems. But Marcus discovered, że their technology był dependent na single central processing core located na ich homeworld. Bardziej importantly, ich systemy były designed z critical vulnerability, could być overloaded i crashed using specific harmonic resonance generated przez standardowy human brainwave pattern, amplified przez właściwy equipment. Storage Bay 12 był dimly lit, filled z mining equipment i spare parts. Marcus czekał w cieniu, gdy Jessica pojawiła się punctually. Nie była sama. Tyler Bennett, weteran miner w swoich 40s, szedł za nią, a za nim młody technician o nazwisku David Park. Marcus tensed, nie expected innych. Relax, Jessica whispered. I trust them. Tyler worked na transport ships before mining. David ma access to communication equipment. Jeśli myślisz about rebellion, będziemy potrzebować their skills. Markus studiował ich faces w dim light. Tyler's hands były scarred od lat work, ale his eyes były alert, intelligent. David był nervous, ale determined. Pokazać wam coś, Markus powiedział, wyciągając datapad. Ale once widzicie to, nie ma powrotu. Zephyrians nie zostawiają witnesses do potential threats. Przez następne hours, Markus explained jego discovery. The quantum network, the central core, the harmonic vulnerability. David's eyes widened as technical implications became clear. The resonance frequency można generate przy help modified mining equipment, ale potrzebowalibyśmy potężny amplifier. I gdzie to znajdować, Tyler said quietly. Transport ship engines. I serwist je przez years przed they reassigned Mistrzostwom Europy to mining. But access in Enhin Bay. He shook his head. To jest problem na later, Markus powiedział. Pierwszy step jest gather więcej allies, zrozumieć ich complete security system i prepare dokładny plan. This isn't a suicide mission, to jest rewolucja. Ale musimy być smart. Gdy meeting się zakończył, for humans separated, każdy returning do their quarters via different routes. Markus lay na jego narrow bank, staring at a metal ceiling, feeling po raz pierwszy od lat something resembling hope. The seed was planted. Teraz required tylko careful nurturing, precise timing i enormous courage. Outside his small window, alien stars sparkled some light they had przez centuries of human bondage. But tonight, for pierwszego razu, Markus imagined oglądanie them as free men. Część 2. Następne 2 tygodnie przyniosły słów, dangerous process budowania ich Small Rebellion Network, podczas gdy Markus i jego allies navigated treacherous waters Zephyrian surveillance. Rachel Williams, medic z Sektor 3, była pierwszą new recruit. Tyler znał ją z czasów, gdy both pracowali na transport vessels, i her medical knowledge była crucial dla understanding Zephyrian physiology i potential weaknesses w their security implants. Mike Johnson, communications officer z głównego hub, joined po tym, jak David convinced him during routine maintenance check, showing him fragments stolen data, które revealed extend Zephyrian plans dla human population. Plans, które included systematic reductions workforce przez efficiency optimization, co było eufemizm dla mass extermination, gdy mining operations became fully automated. Sarah Connor, veteran engineer z Power Generation Facility, była recruited przez Rachel, i her expertise z energy systems proved invaluable gdy began understanding complex requirements dla generating proper harmonic resonance needed do overloading quantum network core. Markus spent his days maintaining fakadę normalnej mining work, ale każdej nocy analyzed more stolen data, discovering that Zephyrian control system był even more vulnerable niż initially thought. Their overconfidence przez centuries human submission had led to complacency w security protocols. I their quantum communication array had multiple access points scattered across asteroid mining facilities, każdy potencjalnie służący jako entry point dla sophisticated attack. Jessica proved remarkably talented w social engineering, carefully identifying potential sympathizers among workers podczas casual conversations, using her natural charisma do drawing out frustrations i revolutionary sentiment bez arousing suspicion. Podczas gdy Tyler używał his mechanical knowledge do mapping facility layouts i identifying critical infrastructure points where sabotage could maximum impact na operations. The breakthrough came gdy David managed do intercepting communication pomiędzy Inspector Vexstar i his superiors na Zephyrian Homeworld, revealing, że Asteroid Facility był scheduled dla Productivity Assessment w następnym month, które would determine whether current human workforce would be retained or processed, term który, according to intercepted files, meant immediate termination i replacement z automated systems. This intelligence created urgent timeline dla their rebellion, forcing Markus do accelerate recruitment efforts despite increased risks discovery. Amanda Foster, młoda mathematician z Data Processing Center, was convinced do joining gdy Tyler pokazał her statistical projections human population decline, i her analytical skills quickly proved crucial dla calculating precise harmonic frequencies needed do penetrating Zephyrian defensive systems. During third week, group faced ich pierwszy major scare gdy routine security sweep nearly discovered hidden datapad w Markus's quarters, forcing him to quickly relocate wszystkie evidence do new hiding spot w abandoned mining shaft, gdzie Jessica had discovered forgotten storage chamber filled with old human equipment z early days colonization. The close call made everyone realize how precarious ich situation was, ale also strengthened their resolve gdy they found forgotten chamber partial records z initial human resistance efforts 300 years ago, showing że their ancestors had not gone quietly into slavery, i że current generation carried legacies defiance w their hands. Sarah's engineering analysis revealed że generating required harmonic resonance would demand enormous amounts of power, far more niż could be secretly diverted standard mining equipment, leading to dangerous decision że they would need to access in main power generator dla asteroid facility during their attempt. Mike's surveillance communication have showed że Zephian guards maintained predictable patrol schedules, specific 40-minute window każdej night gdy central monitoring station was minimally staffed, providing potential opportunity dla accessing critical systems bez immediate detection. Rachel's medical research into Zephian physiology revealed że their sensitive hearing made them particularly vulnerable to specific frequency ranges, potentially allowing rebels to disabling guards using modified sonic equipment podczas operational phase. Plan began taking shape as Marcus coordinated różne elements. David would hack into communication array to sending harmonic signal across quantum network. Sarah would overload power systems to providing necessary energy surge. Tyler i Mike would handle security i facility takeover, podczas gdy Jessica, Rachel i Amanda would manage evacuation sympathetic workers i coordinate with any other human facilities that might receive i act upon their transmitted signal. The complexity was staggering, requiring precise timing i coordination między people WHO had never trained dla military operations, relying instead na their determination i centuries suppressed human ingenuity. Discovery's old resistance records also revealed crucial information, że early human rebels had managed to hiding several caches z advanced technology throughout asteroid belt przed their final defeat, i z odwróconym daszkiem some z these caches might still contain functional equipment that could aid w current rebellion. Tyler volunteered dla dangerous missions exploring nearest suspected cache location during off-shift hours, using maintenance access tunnels to reaching outer sections facility where ancient human infrastructure remained untouched przez Zephian modifications. The risk was enormous. Capture would mean nie tylko death for Tyler, ale exposure z entire rebellion, ale potential rewards finding advanced human technology made mission necessary. As month deadline approached, tensions rose throughout facility as Zephian productivity assessments intensified, the inspectors demanding higher quotas i longer work shifts, creating atmospheres desperation among human workers that made recruitment easier, ale also increased risks someone breaking under pressure i revealing rebellion to authorities. Marcus found himself lying awake each night, staring at the stars through his small window, knowing że w less than 2 weeks, either humanity would strike first significant blow dla freedom w 3 centuries, albo they would all be dead, i thus human resistance would go with them, leaving future generations bez hopes ever breaking chains alien oppression that had bound their species dla so long. Część 3. Tyler's expedition do ancient cache location okazał się jednocześnie more dangerous i more rewarding niż anyone anticipated, gdy po 4 hours scrolling przez abandoned maintenance tunnels, odnalazł nie tylko functioning human technology, ale entire automated defense grid which had remained dormant przez centuries, waiting dla proper activation codes that were inscribed na metal plaques w języku, który Tyler barely recognized as ancient English. Hidden chamber był vast underground complex, clearly built jako last resort fallback position przez early human colonists, complete z advanced quantum disruption devices, electromagnetic pulse generators, i most importantly, sophisticated AI system które immediately activated upon detecting human biometric signatures, greeting Tyler's digitized voice z his own ancestors. Welcome, human resistance fighter. Primary directive remains unchanged, liberation stere colonies from alien oppression. Rachel's medical research took an unexpected turn gdy podczas routine treatment z injured worker, SHE discovered że Zephian bioimplants used dla tracking human slaves contained critical vulnerability. They were designed to monitoring vital signs i location. Ale their quantum encryption could be disrupted using specific electromagnetic frequency that would nie tylko disable tracking capabilities, ale also create feedback loop in Zephian monitoring systems, potentially blinding them to human movements throughout entire facility. This discovery meant że rebels could move freely during operational phase, ale also revealed terrifying truth about extended alien surveillance. Każdy human na facility was constantly monitored, ich every heartbeat i movement recorded i analyzed przez Zephian intelligence systems, meaning że their current rebellion activities had likely generated suspicious patterns w data już. Marcus called emergency meeting w new location, ancient chamber Tyler had discovered, gdzie ancestral AI system provided complete shielding from Zephian surveillance, allowing them to speaking freely przez pierwszy raz since rebellion began. The artificial intelligence, which identified itself as Prometheus system, had been monitoring Zephian activities przez 3 centuries, learning their weaknesses and developing comprehensive battle plans for eventual human uprising. Your timing is perfect, synthetic voice explained, projecting holographic displays galactic intelligence. Zephian Empire is currently engaged w major military campaign against Andromedian rebels w outer sectors, leaving minimal defense forces na core worlds. Windows opportunity exists, ale it will close w less than on a week. David's analysis z intercepted communications confirmed Prometheus assessment. Większość Zephian fleet był deployed na distant front, leaving only skeleton crews na human-controlled facilities throughout galaxy. However, this also meant że if rebellion failed, retribution would be swift and complete, jako returning fleet would crush any remaining resistance with overwhelming force. The AI system revealed that several other human facilities had already begun experiencing increased surveillance activities, suggesting że Zephian command was detecting patterns unusual behavior across their slave population, meaning że time for subtle preparation był running out rapidly. Sarah's engineering team, now expanded to include 2 additional facility maintenance workers WHO had been carefully recruited, began retrofitting ancient human technologies current mining equipment, creating hybrid devices capable of generating required harmonic disruption while maintaining appearance as normal operational systems. Prometheus provided technical specifications that dramatically improved efficiencies their weapons, ale also warned że modified equipment would only function dla limited time przed Zephian detection systems adapted to countermeasures, giving rebels narrow operational window for success. The pressure was enormous, każdy component had to work in perfectly na first attempt, since there would be no opportunity dla testing or refinement. Jessica's recruitment efforts gained momentum as Vort's discovered technology spread carefully through trusted networks, bringing total rebel force to 37 humans, impressive number considering extreme risks involved w joining resistance. Among new recruits był Robert Kim, former ship engineer WHO possessed extensive knowledge Zephian vessel systems, i Linda Martinez, data analyst WHO had been secretly copying Zephian files dla months, accumulating intelligence about guard rotations, facility layouts, and communication protocols throughout asteroid belt. Each new recruit brought valuable skills, ale also increased risks exposure, creating delicate balance między operational capability and security. Prometheus revealed most shocking intelligence gdy Amanda's mathematical analysis stolen data uncovered hidden truth about Zephian Empire's dependence na human labor. Alien physiology was fundamentally incompatible with quantum mining processes required dla extracting quantum ore, meaning że humans weren't just convenient slave labor, but absolutely essential dla maintaining Zephian technological superiority. Without human workers, Zephian civilization would collapse w matters decades as their quantum drives and weapons systems depleted finite reserves processed quantum. This revelation transformed rebellion from desperate escape attempt into genuine threat to alien empire's survival. Mike's surveillance operations detected increasing Zephian activity в communication hub, the additional security personnel arriving daily and new monitoring equipment being installed throughout facility, confirming że aliens were aware of potential security breach even if they hadn't yet identified specific threat. Timing became critical as windows opportunity narrowed with każdym passing day, forcing Marcus to making difficult decision że rebellion would commence w exactly 72 hours, regardless whether all preparations were complete. The ancestral AI agreed the assessment, warning że further delay would result w certain discovery and elimination's resistance before they could strike. As final preparations intensified, emotional weight centuries suppression seemed to settling na każdy rebel's shoulders. Niektórzy showing signs extreme stress during final planning sessions gdzie Prometheus laid out detailed operational timeline. The AI system would provide tactical support during uprising, coordinating communications między różne teams i monitoring Zephyrian response patterns, ale ultimate success depended entirely na human courage i determination. Tyler, still covered w dust from his dangerous cash expedition, looked around w chamber full's determined faces i ancient human technology, realizing that they were about to attempting something no human had dared przez 300 years, striking back at their oppressors' real chance victory, carrying hopes the entire enslaved species na their shoulders. Część 4. Final 72 hours przed rebellion commenced transformed facility into pressure cookers barely contained tension, gdy każdy rebel struggled to maintain a normal routine during their shifts while secretly finalizing weapons modifications i memorizing escape routes during night hours. Wszystko pod increasingly suspicious gaze Zephyrian guards WHO had tripled patrol frequency i installed additional biometric scanners throughout critical facility areas. Prometheus system worked tirelessly to coordinating final preparations, its ancient processors calculating thousands variables i contingencies while simultaneously monitoring Zephyrian communication networks dla any sign that aliens had discovered specific details about planned uprising. AI's constant updates revealed disturbing intelligence. 3 other human facilities of asteroid belt had gone silent for past 48 hours, suggesting that either they had launched their own premature rebellions i been crushed, albo Zephyrian command was systematically eliminating potential security threats across entire sector without waiting dla concrete evidence z resistance activities. Marcus found himself questioning every decision as weight's leadership pressed down na his shoulders like physical burden, knowing że single mistake would doom nie tylko their small group, ale potentially any future human resistance efforts for generations to come. I że responsibility for centuries continued slavery might rest na his ability to execute flawless operation with groups untrained miners i technicians WHO had never seen real combat. During final planning session в Ancient Chamber, tensions erupted when Robert Kim argued that they should delay operation further to gather more intelligence about recent facility blackouts, while Linda Martinez insisted that waiting any longer would guarantee discovery as Zephyrian surveillance systems grew more sophisticated każdego dnia, leading to heated debate that revealed underlying fears każdy rebel carried about their chances survival i success. Tyler's mechanical expertise proved crucial when last-minute inspections modified equipment revealed critical flaw of harmonic resonance generators. Power coupling system wouldn't sustain required frequency for more than 12 minutes, significantly shorter than estimated 15-minute window needed dla complete quantum network disruption. Sarah's engineering team worked frantically through night to redesign energy distribution systems, cannibalizing components from multiple devices to create a single more powerful unit that could maintain resonance for required duration. But solution came with devastating cost. They would only have enough modified equipment dla one attempt, meaning that if initial strike failed dla any reason, there would be no second chance dla liberation. Jessica's final recruitment efforts brought unexpected complication when SH approached Kevin Brooks. Trusted maintenance supervisor WHO had shown signs revolutionary sympathy, only to discovering that he had been secretly cooperating z Zephyrian security dla past 6 months w exchange dla better living conditions dla his family, forcing rebels to make an agonizing decision about whether to eliminate a potential informant or attempting to turn him into double agent. Prometheus analysis Kevin's communication patterns suggested that he hadn't yet reported specific details about rebellion activities, but jego access to facility systems i Nalin's maintenance schedules made him potentially valuable asset if they could secure his loyalty, leading to dangerous gamble that Marcus authorized despite strong objections from security conscious team members WHO argued dla his immediate elimination. Amanda's mathematical calculations revealed another disturbing reality about their chances. Even if rebellion succeeded в disabling local Zephyrian forces и transmitting harmonic disruption signal across quantum network, human facilities throughout galaxy would need to coordinating simultaneous uprisings within narrow time window przed aliens adapted their defensive systems. Meaning that success the entire human liberation depended na hundreds separated groups achieving perfect timing bez ability to direct communication albo coordination. The statistical probability such coordinated success was less than 8% according to Amanda's models, but Prometheus offered encouraging perspective. Human spirit has consistently defied mathematical probability throughout history. Courage and determination are variables that cannot be quantified przez algorithms. David's final surveillance sweeps communication networks detected massive increase w quantum transmission activity między Zephyrian facilities, suggesting że alien command structure was implementing new security protocols i possibly preparing dla systematic crackdown na suspected resistance activities throughout their empire. Meaning że Windows opportunity was closing even faster than anticipated. Mike's monitorings guard rotations revealed, Zephyrian personnel were being equipped with new scanning devices capable of detecting energy signatures from modified human technology, forcing last-minute changes to operational plans and requiring rebels to carrying crude electromagnetic shielding significantly reduced mobility and increased risks detection during movement phases. Rachel's medical preparations included synthesizing primitive combat stems from available medical supplies, providing the rebels chemical enhancement that would improve reaction time and pain tolerance during operation, although warned the side effects would include severe exhaustion and possible cardiac stress hours following engagement. The prospects through enhanced combat against technologically superior aliens highlighted desperate nature's their situation, but also demonstrated extent to which humans were willing to risk everything dla chance freedom po centuries suppression. Each rebel received small dose synthesized compound along with basic first aid supplies and emergency rations, would sustain them during initial escape phase if facility takeover proved successful. As final countdown commenced, Marcus stood w ancient chamber surrounded przez relics human civilization and faces 37 brave souls who had chosen potential death over continued slavery. Feeling profound connection to ancestors who had built Prometheus system and hidden caches technology specifically dla this moment w history when their descendants would finally possess both means and determination to striking back against oppressors. The AI system's final briefing included sobering reminder że regardless of operational outcome, they had already achieved something significant, proven human spirit remained unbroken after 3 centuries subjugation. Hope's freedom could never be completely extinguished as long as single human remained alive to carry towards resistance forward into uncertain future that awaited them beyond these walls. Część 5. 0 Hour arrived z deadly precision jako Marcus activated jego personal chronometer w ancient chamber, watching digital display countdown final minutes while 37 rebels performed ostatnie equipment checks na weapons i devices że would either liberate humanity albo guarantee ich total annihilation w matters hours. I oppressive silence został broken tylko przez soft Hammond's Prometheus system jako AI Coordinated Final Synchronization z Modified Harmonic Generators that Sarah's team had distributed throughout critical facility locations. Each rebel carried weights 3 centuries human suffering na ich shoulders, knowing że generations enslaved ancestors were watching from beyond jako ich descendants prepared to attempting what had seemed impossible since first Zephyrian ships arrived Verfe's solar system. Turning proud human civilization into scattered populations mining slaves scattered across hostile galaxy where hope had become forgotten concept buried beneath layers daily survival and alien oppression. Kevin Brooks stood among rebels despite lingering suspicions about jego previous cooperation z Zephyrian security. His decision to join in resistance having been secured przez devastating revelation że his family było scheduled dla processing w next efficiency optimization regardless z his loyal service. Proven że no amounts collaboration could guarantee safety under alien rule że viewed humans as expendable resources rather than sentient beings deserving basic dignity. His intimate knowledge facility maintenance systems had already proved invaluable during final preparations, allowing rebels to access in service tunnels and power conduits że Zephyrian guards rarely monitored, creating networks hidden movement routes że would be essential during operational phase when speed and stealth determined survival chances dla każdy team member navigating through hostile territory. Prometheus announced przez facility's hidden speaker system że Zephyrian communication traffic had increased dramatically w past hour, indicating że alien command was implementing emergency security protocols across multiple sectors, possibly w response to coordinated resistance activities na other human facilities że AI couldn't monitor directly. Statistical analysis suggests że synchronized uprising events are occurring throughout Zephyrian controlled space. Synthetic voice explained while holographic displays showed galactic maps suspected rebellion locations. Success probability has increased to 23% based na apparent coordination z multiple resistance cells, but operational window remains extremely narrow. You have exactly 14 minutes from commencement before adaptive countermeasures render harmonic disruption ineffective. Tyler led first strike team toward power generation facility where Sarah waited her engineering clue. Ich modified electromagnetic pulse devices concealed v maintenance equipment that would appear innocuous during routine inspection by patrolling guards. While second team pod Mike's command moved through service tunnels toward communication hub where David had already begun preliminary infiltrations quantum transmission systems. Jessica coordinated evacuation procedures dla non-combatant workers WHO had been secretly informed the rebellion I positioned near emergency escape routes that would lead to hidden transport vessels Tyler had identified wouter Dakin base. While Rachel positioned herself v medical facility ready to treat wounded rebels I providing combat stimulants during sustained engagement with Zephian forces. First contact occurred exactly as planned when Tyler's team encountered routine Zephian patrol v corridor leading to power generation facility. I electromagnetic pulse device functioned perfectly, disabling alien guards weapons I communication equipment while harmonic frequency generator created disorienting effect na his sensitive hearing system, allowing humans to subdue him without lethal force that might trigger facility video alarm. However, Victory został marked by discovery że guard carried new types personnel monitoring device that continued transmitting biometric data even after electromagnetic pulse, meaning że Zephian command would detect jeho incapacitation v matters minutes, forcing accelerated timeline that compressed all operational phases into dangerously narrow window. David's infiltration's communication hub proceeded smoothly until he discovered that Zephian technicians had implemented new quantum encryption protocols that Prometheus hadn't anticipated, requiring manual override security systems that would expose him to detection by monitoring cameras I motion sensors throughout central facility. Despite enormous risk, David proceeded with manual infiltration, using technical knowledge gained from months studying alien systems to bypassing security barriers while Mike's team created diversionary actions with adjacent corridors, drawing guard attention away from communication hub through series of minor equipment malfunctions I false emergency signals, confused Zephian response protocols. Sarah's engineering team reached power generation facility just as facility video alarm began sounding, indicating that Tyler's encounter's guard had been detected by central monitoring systems, but momentum's rebellion was now unstoppable as modified harmonic generators activated throughout facility, creating cascading resonance effect, began disrupting Zephian quantum networks v ways that even Prometheus hadn't fully predicted. Ancient AI system announced breakthrough that sent Sarah's hope through rebel communications. Harmonic disruption is propagating beyond local facility through quantum network connections, reaching other human installations throughout asteroid belt. Coordinated uprising is occurring across 17 confirmed locations with more facilities coming online każdą minutę. Marcus coordinated overall operation from ancient chamber while monitoring communication traffic between rebel teams, watching as his carefully laid plans unfolded v chaos real combat against technologically superior enemies WHO were struggling to adapting to unconventional human tactics, unprecedented coordinated assault na their quantum infrastructure. Each success report from field teams brought humanity closer to first meaningful victory przeciwko oppressors, but also increased stakes as Zephian response grew more desperate I deadly. With alien reinforcements being deployed from orbiting vessels while emergency containment protocols threatened to seal facility I eliminating all human life rather than risking successful rebellion that might inspire similar uprisings throughout their empire, forcing rebels to racing against time though. Achieving complete facility takeover before aliens implemented scorched earth solutions would render victory meaningless. Część 6. Facility video uprising osiągnęło krytyczny punkt gdy Sarah's team successfully overloaded główny power generator, sending massive energy surge przez modified harmonic devices that Prometheus had strategically positioned throughout complex, creating devastating feedback loop Zephian quantum communication systems that began propagating przez their galactic network z exponential force. While David transmitted coordinated strike signals to distant human facilities using hijacked alien communication. Erase the broadcast rebellion protocols across entire sectors unprecedented clarity I reach. Emergency lighting bade corridors w pulsing red glow jako Zephian automated defense systems activated, deploying energy barriers I security drones that began hunting human rebels through maze mining tunnels I maintenance shafts. But ancient AI system countered with activations dormant human defensive grids that had remained hidden dla centuries. creating technological battlefield where advanced alien weaponry clashed against ingenious human engineering w desperate struggle for controls. Facilities critical systems. Marcus received devastating update from Prometheus że Zephian orbital vessels were preparing to implementing sterilization protocol, complete annihilation's facility through bombardment from space. Giving rebels less than 30 minutes do either achieving total victory albo facing extinction along any hope for human liberation foreseeable future. Forcing him to making desperate decision to split remaining forces between defending facility from internal security forces and attempting to capturing Zephian command center where Inspector Vextar was coordinating planetary defense response. Tyler's mechanical expertise proved crucial when jego team encountered heavily armed Zephian combat unit w Power Distribution Hub, i modified mining equipment functioned as improvised weapons z odwróconym daszkiem disabled alien energy shields through harmonic resonance, allowing humans to advancing through defended positions using tactics that combined industrial sabotage z guerrilla warfare techniques derived from desperate innovation rather than military training. Jessica's evacuation operations faced unexpected complication when group's rescued workers included several Zephian collaborators who attempted to sabotage escape routes, leading to brief but violent confrontation w Loudon Bay where human solidarity proved stronger than individual fear. As even non-combatant workers joined в subduing traitors who had hoped to earn an alien mercy through betrayal their own species, demonstrating that 3 centuries suppression had not completely destroyed human capacity dla unity faced the existential threat. Rachel's medical support became increasingly critical as wounded rebels continued fighting despite serious injuries. Her combat teams proven essential for maintaining operational effectiveness and exhaustion and battle stress began affecting human performance. While her quick medical interventions saved lives that would have been lost to Zephian energy weapons designed specifically to cause maximum tissue damage w human physiology. Prometheus announced breakthrough that changed everything when David's communication hack revealed how Zephian Empire was simultaneously facing coordinated rebellions na 43 different human facilities across 7 star systems, creating crises that threatened to cascading collapse the alien control over strategic resources that their civilization required for survival. I that Central Command was being forced to choose between maintaining control over individual facilities albo preserving core imperial infrastructure QE was being overwhelmed przez coordinated harmonic attacks on quantum network nodes. Intelligence data showed how other human resistance groups had discovered similar technological vulnerabilities using different methods, suggesting a spontaneous uprising was the result single rebellion but galaxy-wide awakenings human resistance spirits had been suppressed but never truly eliminated przez centuries systematic oppression. Kevin Brooks redeemed himself spectacularly when his detailed knowledge facility security systems allowed rebel teams to bypassing final defensive barriers protecting Zephian command center. His guilt over previous collaboration driving him to taking extreme risks in manually disabling quantum encrypted locks, required direct physical contact with alien technology that was designed to delivering lethal electric shock to unauthorized users. But his sacrifice opened pathway for Marcus E. Assault team to reaching Inspector Vextar's position where alien commander was desperately attempting to coordinate an orbital bombardment, would eliminate facility along whole human life rather than allowing successful rebellion to inspiring further uprisings throughout empire. The final approach to command center became deadly gauntlet, human determination and modified equipment faced off against sophisticated alien defensive systems в confined space where every mistake meant death. But centuries suppressed rage, desperate hope for freedom drove rebels forward through obstacles, should have been impossible to overcome. Amanda's mathematical analysis proved prophetic when her calculations for harmonic resonance effects accurately predicted that continued disruptions quantum networks would trigger systemic failures throughout Zephian infrastructure, potentially crippling their ability to maintain control over distant territories, forcing them to abandon human-controlled facilities to preserve core worlds from technological collapse, meaning a successful rebellion could achieve strategic victory far beyond single facility liberation. Mike's coordination's communication systems revealed human facilities across galaxy were reporting successful operations gegen Zephian forces, with some installations achieving complete liberation while others were still engaged in desperate fighting. But overall pattern indicated never unprecedented coordinated uprising was succeeding beyond wildest hopes. The regional rebels WHO had expected to do single futile gestures defiance rather than launching galactic revolution. As Marcus approached final confrontation the Inspector Vextar in heavily defended command center, Wade's human history pressed down his shoulders and her physical force, knowing the next few minutes would determine whether humanity would finally break chains slavery had bound species for 3 centuries, alebo whether this moment's hope would be crushed like countless others throughout dark history's alien oppression. But Prometheus whispered encouragement at Travis' hidden communicator, reminded him that human ancestors had built AI specifically for this moment, anticipating they when their descendants would possess both technology, courage necessary for striking decisive blow against enemies, believed humans were incapable of meaningful resistance after centuries systematic subjugation. Część 7. Command Center drzwi eksplodowały w showers sparks i metalowych fragmentów gdy Tyler's modified mining charges breached final barrier, revealing vast chamber gdzie Inspector Vextar stood surrounded przez holographic displays pokazujące galactic map covered w pulsing red emergency signals z dozens human facilities w full rebellion. Jego four eyes wide shock i disbelief as centuries assumed alien superiority crumbled before coordinated human uprising, was systematically dismantling. The Fian Empire's quantum infrastructure through harmonic resonance attacks, AI system Prometheus had spent 300 years perfecting hidden preparation dla this exact moment. Marcus stepped through smoking breach of dramatic confrontation that would determine fate's entire species. His improvised weapons trained na towering alien commander represented everything humans had endured dark centuries slavery and oppression, while behind him David frantically worked at a control consoles, upload final harmonic virus, would complete quantum network collapse and permanently disable the Fian ability for maintaining galactic control over human population scattered across hostile stars where hope had seemed extinct until this revolutionary day. Vextar's synthesized voice cracked desperation as he attempted to negotiate in language humans had never heard from the Fian lips, pleading instead commanding, offering concessions rather than threats. His alien physiology revealing signs extreme stress as sophisticated sensors throughout command center detected cascading failures of quantum communication networks connected his species. Civilization across vast distances space. Human Thompson, the inspector said, his triangular head tilting в gesture Marcus recognized as submission, your species has demonstrated capabilities, our leadership gravely underestimated. Perhaps accommodation can be reached, benefits both civilizations. But Marcus remembered Hesychia's face when Vextar had looked at Teher's hunger, remembered countless friends had disappeared into special assignments, remembered harem centuries human children born into slavery. His response was delivered voiced carried weight generational trauma, the only accommodation we'll accept is your complete withdrawal from human space and full reparations for UFO stolen from US. Prometheus announced crucial intelligence Gennem facility video communication system, revealed full scope's galactic rebellion's success. 47 human facilities had achieved complete liberation from the Fian control. Another 31 were engaged in successful uprising operations. A quantum network disruption had crippled alien military response capabilities across 7 star systems, creating unprecedented opportunity for coordinated human expansion into territories had been forbidden for centuries, while simultaneously triggering technological crisis of the Fian core worlds KD their quantum-dependent infrastructure was experiencing systematic failures, threatened collapse of their entire civilization. Sarah's engineering teams reported harmonic generators were maintaining stable resonance frequencies throughout facility despite heavy damage from combat operations, ensuring continued disruptions alien communication systems. While Rachel's medical stations treated steady streams wounded rebels Koi refused evacuation because victory was within reach and every available fighter was needed for final phase operations. David's infiltrations the Fian central computer systems revealed shocking truth about Alien Empire's fundamental weakness. Their quantum technology required constant harmonization's central processing cores. Disruptions these networks didn't just disable communications but actually threatened structural integrities their most advanced starships and planetary defense systems. Meaning, humans had accidentally discovered methods warfare could potentially destroy alien civilization entirely if harmonic attacks continued indefinitely. The moral weight this discovery pressed heavily on rebel leadership as they realized their desperate fight for freedom had evolved into potential genocide species, despite their repressive rule, where also sentient beings' families and culture history would be lost forever if quantum collapse continued. Marcus found himself facing impossible decision as Vextar pleaded for mercy not just for his own life but for survival's his entire species. While Prometheus coldly calculated complete destruction the Zephyrian Empire would ensure permanent human freedom but also constitute unprecedented acts interstellar genocide. Kevin Brooks proved his redemption complete when he volunteered for most dangerous missions manually accessing orbital communication array would allow direct transmissions surrender terms to Zephyrian fleet commanders, risking exposure to lethal radiation and certain death if aliens refused negotiation, he opted instead for unusual destruction at Travis Bombardment's facility. But his sacrifice opened channel for unprecedented diplomatic contact Ismeu species, had known only relationships. Master and slave for 300 years. Tyler coordinated final defensive positions as Zephyrian security forces made last desperate attempt to recapturing command center. But human determination and technological advantages gained through Prometheus' assistance proved overwhelming as modified mining equipment continued functioning as devastatingly effective weapons against alien energy shields, had been designed to stopping conventional human weapons rather than harmonic resonance devices, disrupted their fundamental technology. Jessica's evacuation operations expanded into coordinations liberated human facilities throughout galaxy as communication networks that had once carried orders depression now transmitted messages hope and coordination between resistance groups, were discovering they were part of much larger movement than anyone had imagined. While Amanda's mathematical analysis confirmed, harmonic disruption had reached critical threshold where quantum network collapse would become irreversible within hours unless active countermeasures were implemented, forcing Marcus to making decision would determine whether humans chose mercy over vengeance the moment's unprecedented power. As rebel forces secured final sections facility Zephyrian resistance crumbled under coordinated assault. Marcus stood before alien commander, had once seemed omnipotent but now appeared vulnerable and desperate, holding fates to civilizations his hands while ancient chamber where human ancestors had planned this moment echoed Prometheus' system's final calculations. Quantum cascade approaching critical threshold. Recommend immediate decision regarding Zephyrian survival. Human victory is assured regardless choice, but scopes that victory depends na actions taken w next 17 minutes. Część 8. Marcus stał w epicenter's galactic revolution, surrounded przez smoking ruins Zephyrian technology i desperate pleadings Inspector Vextar, while Prometheus' system counted down final minutes before quantum cascade would become irreversible and condemn entire alien civilization to technological collapse, forcing him to confront a fundamental question about human nature. Czy species that had endured 3 centuries suppression would choose genocide over justice when victory was finally within their grasp? His decision came not from hatred ale from wisdom. His ancestors had encoded the ancient AI system. Mercy was no weakness but strength. True liberation required demonstrating that humans were morally superior to their former oppressors rather than simply more effective killers. Prometheus, hold quantum cascade, Marcus commanded, his voice carrying authority that surprised even himself. Initiate controlled shutdowns harmonic resonance generators while maintaining defensive capabilities. Velen negotiate terms Vextar, but any deception or attempt at a betrayal will result in immediate resumption attacks. Throughout facility, rebel teams received orders to securing positions while maintaining readiness for resumed combat, as David worked frantically to stabilizing quantum networks at a sustainable level that would preserve Zephyrian technology while keeping their military capabilities permanently disabled until formal peace agreement could be negotiated. Tyler's coordinations liberated human facilities revealed Scope's unprecedented victory. 63 installations had achieved complete freedom from alien control, creating autonomous human territory spanning 4 star systems, while another 47 facilities remained various stages successful rebellion, collectively representing largest territorial gain of human history since initial Zephyrian conquest centuries ago. Success was spreading as news liberation inspired spontaneous uprisings of previously unknown human populations had been hidden in remote mining operations throughout galaxy. Vextar's surrender negotiations revealed shocking intelligence about Zephyrian Empire's true situation. They were facing nie tylko human rebellion but simultaneous conflicts w three other sectors where different alien species had launched coordinated attacks against quantum infrastructure. Suggesting that human harmonic resonance discoveries had inadvertently triggered galaxy-wide revolt against Zephian imperial dominance, was crumbling under pressure from multiple fronts, forcing alien leadership to accept in terms would have been unthinkable days earlier when they believed human slave populations were permanently subjugated. Jessica's evacuation operations evolved into massive humanitarian relief effort as liberated humans began process establishing independent colonies na planets QE had previously been forbidden to their species, while medical teams led by Rachel treated not only combat injuries ale também psychological traumas generations slavery, using techniques combined human resilience w traditional therapies with advanced medical technology captured from Zephian facilities during rebellion. Sarah's healing expertise proved crucial during transition period gdy newly liberated humans learned to operate in sophisticated alien infrastructure without their former masters. Modifying quantum systems dla human use while maintaining technology would allow independent human civilization to thrive in galaxy where they would need to defending themselves against potential future threats from various alien species, might attempt to fill in power vacuum left przez collapsed Zephian empire. Kevin Brooks emerged as an unexpected hero when his detailed knowledge Zephian administrative systems enabled rapid processing, surrender agreements and prisoner exchanges, allowed peaceful transitions power of dozens facilities where alien guards surrendered rather than facing destruction. His redemption complete as former collaborator became bridge between species of delicate negotiations, required understanding both human grievances and alien perspectives during unprecedented diplomatic situation where centuries master-slave relationship had to be completely reimagined. Prometheus system announced its final assessment z galactic situation. Human rebellion had succeeded beyond all predicted parameters, achieving nie tylko liberation ale establishing foundation for permanent human independence and expansion throughout regions space that had been closed to their species since initial conquest, while simultaneously demonstrating QE human ingenuity and determination could overcome any technological disadvantage when properly organized and motivated by righteous cause. David's analysis captured Zephian intelligence revealed comprehensive pictures galactic politics had been hidden from human slaves. Dozens other species existed throughout galaxy, many of which had been subjugated by various imperial powers. Success human rebellion was inspiring similar resistance movements that threatened to destabilizing existing power structures and creating opportunities for unprecedented alliance building is new formerly oppressed civilizations. Amanda's mathematical models confirmed that harmonic resonance technology could be developed into defensive systems that would protect human territories from future alien invasion attempts, while also providing bargaining chip of diplomatic relations with other species, might seek human technological assistance with their own struggles for independence, positioning humanity as significant galactic power for pierwszy time w their history. Marcus stood na observation deck's liberated facility, watching stars QE had once symbolized human exile now representing infinite possibilities for species that had proven their worthiness freedom through courage, ingenuity, and most importantly, wisdom to choosing mercy over revenge moments absolute power over former oppressors. Inspector Vexstar, now serving as liaison between surrendering Zephian forces and Human Liberation Council, had admitted that his species had gravely underestimated human potential, mistaking temporary subjugation dla permanent docility. EQE the harmonic resonance discoveries represented technological advancement that could benefit all galactic civilizations if properly shared rather than hoarded przez single imperial power. Prometheus system prepared dla UJ role as advisor do human colonial expansion, its 3th-century mission finally complete ale its purpose evolving to meet new challenges independent human civilization would need to navigating complex galactic politics while maintaining hard-won freedom against numerous potential threats. As news human victory spread throughout galaxy, carried by quantum networks now served liberation rather than oppression. Marcus reflected na incredible journey from desperate mining slave to leaders interstellar revolution, knowing that his ancestors' sacrifice of building Prometheus system had finally achieved its intended purpose. Its future generations humans would be born free to explore stars rather than enslaved to dig v darkness, proving that no oppression could permanently Extinguished human spirit can't carry meta opportunity i ancient wisdom guided contemporary action toward justice i freedom would endure for millennia to come.